You're listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Wednesday the 15th of July, 2026. It is 24 days after the summer solstice. It is 69 days before the autumnal equinox. In today's episode, ozone, a Mars mission, a Native American protest, the birth of Twitter, Linda Ronstadt, National Hot Dog Day, and more. Today's forecast, extremely hot and sunny. High near 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 37.8 Celsius. West wind 9 to 15 miles per hour. The National Weather Service heat advisory for Queens County remains in effect until 9 p.m. today. The sun rises today at 5:37 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 1:02 p.m. The sun sets today at 8:26 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 8:58 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 9:39 p.m. The length of daytime today is 1 minute 21 seconds shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waxing crescent phase and is 3% full at midday. The moon rises today at 6:51 a.m. and then it sets at 9:38 p.m. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the morning, low tide, 5:31 a.m., minus 6 centimeters. Near midday, high tide, 11:54 a.m., 1 meter 58. In the evening, low tide, 5:37 p.m., 9 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, yesterday, ground-level ozone reached hazardous levels in the city. It's projected to lessen somewhat today. Ozone high in the atmosphere protects us, but at ground level, it's noxious. It's created by our emissions from cars, trucks, generating plants, and oil and gas development. Nitrous oxide, methane, and volatile organic compounds cook in the hot sun, and a chemical reaction takes place that creates the ozone. For trees and other plants, this decreases the efficiency of photosynthesis and makes them prone to disease and less tolerant of pests. It also reduces pollinators' sense of smell. It doesn't create spectacular events like mass die-offs, just a steady, gradual degradation of the environment that plays out over months and years. A sad thought on a very hot summer's day. Commemorations. On this day in 1965, NASA's Mariner 4 unmanned spacecraft made a close flyby of Mars at an altitude of just 6,000 feet. It sent back the first close-up images of the red planet. In fact, they were the first close-up images of any planet other than Earth. The pictures, grainy by our standards, revealed the rocky, cratered surface of Mars. It dispelled any notion that there could be intelligent life on the planet. Mariner 4 also provided the first detailed analysis of Mars's thin atmosphere and measured the weak radiation belt around the planet. On this day in 1978, Native American protest marchers arrived in Washington, D.C., having walked across the whole of North America. They had begun with just a few hundred marchers at Alcatraz Island in San Francisco Bay. By the time they reached the capital, their numbers had swelled to 30,000. Their aim was to highlight the poor conditions natives faced on the reservations and to protest bills in Congress that would have canceled treaty obligations of the United States government toward the Indian tribes. In Washington, Philip Deere, a march organizer, said this: "We are the original residents of the Western Hemisphere." He added, "We will pray for this confused society. We will pray for the FBI informers in our midst. For our oppressors in their offices, we will pray also." On this day in 2006, Twitter was launched. What promise social media held in those early days, democratizing discourse and allowing the free exchange of ideas. Now we live with the disastrous consequences of its spread and misuse, and the way it has twisted our social relationships. Today we wish a happy birthday to Linda Ronstadt, born this day in 1946 in Tucson, Arizona. One of the most successful female rock and roll singers of her time, she charmed us with "You're No Good," "When Will I Be Loved," and "Blue Bayou." Not to be constrained to one genre, she released her Spanish-language album, Canciones de mi Padre, in 1987, and she's made a mark in country, jazz, and even light opera. Happy birthday, Linda Ronstadt. In the World Cup today, England faces Argentina in Atlanta. Today is National Hot Dog Day in the United States. Established by the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council in 1991, it was launched with a celebrity-studded hot dog lunch on Capitol Hill. It is celebrated annually on the third Wednesday of July. Did you know that hot dogs were one of the first foods eaten on the moon? In the 1969 Apollo 11 mission, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin brought lunch to the lunar surface in the form of thermostabilized frankfurters and thermostabilized cheddar cheese spread. We prefer Nathan's on Coney Island. Happy National Hot Dog Day to all. Finally, in the European Union, today is the day for the victims of the global climate crisis. As Europe has experienced unprecedented periods of extremely high heat this spring and summer, the day has taken on a new urgency. And that is the Observatory, Wednesday the 15th of July, 2026.